What if every time you failed, you didn't quit but kept going? History shows us that the world's greatest minds, leaders and innovators succeeded only because they refused to give up. From a boy who lost his sight to a man who lit up the world to a girl who dared to dream of a magical world. These stories reveal the untold power of persistence. Join us as we explore the fascinating science, real-life stories and surprising psychology of the 8% who refuse to quit. You don't want to miss this. Number 1. The psychology of quitting. You know that feeling when you start something new with excitement and motivation, but then after a while you just lose interest. It happens to all of us. And according to studies, 92% of people give up on their goals within the first 4 weeks. Why does this happen? Well, let me tell you, our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. And when things get tough or we face challenges, it's much easier to take the path of least resistance and give up than to push through the discomfort and uncertainty of staying on the path. But here's the thing, my friend. Success belongs to those who refuse to take the easy path. It belongs to the 8% who push through the discomfort, who embrace the unknown, and who keep going even when it seems impossible. So remember this, the next time you feel like giving up, take a moment to acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them control you. Remind yourself of your goals and the reasons why you started in the first place. Take a deep breath, focus on the present moment, and decide to keep moving forward. It won't be easy, but trust me, the feeling of accomplishment and pride you'll experience when you finally achieve your goals will be worth every sacrifice. Now let us move on to number 2 and discover a famous example of someone who understood the power of persistence. Number 2. Famous example, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, the famous inventor of the light bulb, is a great example of someone who understood the power of persistence. He once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." This quote perfectly sums up his approach to his work. When Edison set out to invent the light bulb, he knew that it wouldn't be easy. In fact, he had already tried and failed hundreds of times. But instead of giving up, he saw each failure as an opportunity to learn and improve. He experimented with different materials and designs, and he kept track of his results so he could analyze them and see what was working and what was on. Eventually, after more than 1,000 attempts, he successfully invented the light bulb. But he didn't stop there. He continued to experiment and improve his design, and he eventually created a light bulb that could last for thousands of hours. Now imagine if Edison had given up after failing just a few times. The world would be a much darker place today. His persistence paid off in a big way, not only for himself, but for everyone who came after him. So remember, the next time you're facing challenges and setbacks, don't give up. Instead, learn from your mistakes and keep trying. Who knows, you might just be one experiment away from making your dreams come true. Number 3. The science of persistence. Research has shown that persistence is the key factor that separates successful people from everyone else. A groundbreaking study conducted by Harvard University found that persistence was the biggest predictor of long-term success, even more so than talent or intelligence. But what exactly is persistence? How do we measure it? Well, psychologist Angela Lee Duckworth has been studying the science of persistence, and she defines it as a combination of 2 key ingredients, passion and perseverance. Passion is what gets us started. It's the spark that ignites our interest and motivates us to take action. Perseverance is what keeps us going. It's the fuel that drives us to stay committed and to push through challenges and setbacks. Together, passion and perseverance create a powerful force that can help us achieve our goals and make our dreams a reality. According to Duckworth's research, this combination is what she calls grit, and it's something that can be developed and strengthened over time. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't have much passion for my current project, so how can I possibly succeed? Don't worry, Duckworth's research also suggests that we can cultivate passion through deliberate practice and by setting clear goals. So if you want to become more persistent, remember that it's a skill that can be learned and developed. By focusing on both passion and perseverance, you can harness the power of grit and increase your chances of achieving long-term success. Now let's move on to know, 4, and here, a real-life example of someone who used persistence to achieve greatness. Number 4. Real-life modern example, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, is another great example of someone who demonstrated the power of persistence. Before achieving worldwide recognition for her books, Rowling faced many obstacles and setbacks. She was a single mother living in poverty and struggling to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, she never gave up on her dream of becoming a successful writer. She wrote the first Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, while living in a one-room apartment and caring for her infant daughter. After completing the manuscript, she faced rejection after rejection from publishers who didn't believe in the story. However, Rowling refused to give up. She kept trying to find an agent who would represent her book until she finally found someone who believed in her work. Once the book was published, it quickly became a bestseller, and the rest is history. The Harry Potter series has sold over 500 million copies worldwide and has been translated into 80 languages. The series has also been adapted into a hugely successful film franchise and has inspired a whole new generation of readers and writers. If Rowling had given up after facing the first few rejections, the world would have been robbed of one of the most beloved book series of all time. Her persistence paid off in a big way, not only for herself, but for millions of fans around the world. So remember, the next time you're facing challenges and setbacks, don't give up. Keep trying and keep believing in yourself. Who knows, you might just be one success away from changing your life forever. Number 5. The 1% Rule. The 1% Rule is a simple but powerful concept that can help you understand the power of persistence. The idea is that if you improve just 1% each day, you will be 37 times better at whatever you are doing in a year. On the other hand, if you only make one massive improvement of 100% once, you will still be the same in the end. That might seem counterintuitive, but let me explain. Let's say you want to build muscle. If you go to the gym and lift weights once and then don't go back for the rest of the year, you might feel pretty discouraged when you look at your progress. You might think, what's the point? I'm not getting any stronger. But if you go to the gym regularly and lift weights just 1% of the time each day, you will be amazed at how strong you become over time. The reason for this is that small gains compound like interest. Just like money invested in an account can grow exponentially over time, so can your skills and abilities. By making small improvements consistently, you can achieve significant results that would not be possible through one-off efforts. So don't underestimate the power of small, consistent effort. It is often better to improve 1% every day than to try to make a single massive improvement all at once. Number 6. The Viewer's Challenge. Now I challenge you to close your eyes and imagine what your life would look like if you never gave up on your biggest dream. Imagine the possibilities. What would your life look like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now? What kind of impact would you be making on the world? What kind of legacy would you leave behind? Now open your eyes and ask yourself, are you willing to do whatever it takes to make that vision a reality? Are you willing to persist through the challenges and setbacks that are bound to come your way? Remember, the only way to find out is to keep going, to stay committed to your goals, and to never, ever give up. So go out there and make your dreams a reality. And remember, the world is yours for the taking. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content. And don't forget to comment below with your thoughts, questions, and suggestions for future videos. We value your input and can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.